Okay, I'm looking for the plugin manager. Where is that? Okay, I believe my MIDI controller is connected. I have the... It is the Roland SPD SX. So let's see if it works. I don't know. Said I had to restart. And what was it under? It was under input devices? Yes. MIDI device support. Okay. Now, let me see what it says. So I guess I have to start a blueprint, which I have no idea how to do that. Let's see here. Input devices enabled. Okay, it's enabled. So we have a sphere here. And we want to well, let's say I have a light and I just want the, let's try something simple, right? Let's have a light in the scene and I want to turn it on and off using a MIDI device. So throw in the light, do a point light. There's the point light. Okay, cool. Now, say I want to trigger it. The MIDI device. How would I do that? There must be a switch in here that is on and off, visible. Okay. So I want to trigger that with the MIDI device. So it looks like you start a blueprint, but honestly, I don't know the first thing about blueprints. So let me just watch the blueprint tutorial, which should be here. Not there. Using blueprints. Blueprints and visual scripting. I gotta do the very basics. Quick start guide, maybe the quick start guide. Although high level overview would be nice. Let's just do the quick start guide. Create a new project, select side scroller. Template in the blueprint tab of new project. Choose whatever scalability and quality settings. The modes, click on basic empty actor. The modes panel. Oh, this is the modes panel. Basic empty actor. Actor is the base class for an object that can be placed or spawned in a level. Actors may contain a collection of actor components which can be used to control how actors move, how they are rendered, etc. The other main function of an actor is the replication of properties and function calls across network during play. Okay, so that's probably what I want. The replication of properties and function calls. Alright, get me an actor. Alright, here's my actor. And so how do I program this boy? How do I program him to act? Drag it into the level so that it is sitting on one of the top platforms. Now that you have an actor selected in the level, its properties are visible in the details panel. Details. Components. Blueprint add script. Converts this actor into a reusable blueprint class that can have script behavior. In the details panel, click add component cube. Alright, let's just follow this to begin with. Add component cube. Click and drag the newly added cube to the default scene root. Okay, it's already there. Seams. With the cube component selected, change scale to. Now we'll add a box collision component, which will fire off an event whenever something overlaps. Details add component box collision. Details add component box collision. Which is in the field. It's under collision. Collision, box collision. Change the box collision. Now that you have the actor the way you want, we will turn it into a blueprint class. You can add more components inside the blueprint editor and tweak them there. Convert your actor to a blueprint class. Making change inside the blueprint means each time you make a new launchpad, it will have the look and feel you have created in the blueprint editor. While you could duplicate your launchpad actor around the level, any changes you make on a particular launchpad would only affect that one copy. Okay. In the details panel, click on the blueprint add script button. Expand the side scroller BP folder, then select the blueprints folder. Side scroller BP. Oh, I didn't choose a side scroller. That's probably why. Blueprints. Your blueprint is now visible in the content browser. There it is. Actor blueprint. So what window is this? Blueprint is now visible in the content browser. Where's the content browser? Oh, yeah, there it is. They weren't lying. Right now, you can drag it from the content browser into the level to create lots of copies of your platform mesh and trigger, but there will not be any behavior on it yet. In the next step, you will start setting up the graph nodes inside of your blueprint to launch your character when it crosses the launchpad. Create your starting point. To So to start adding behavior to your blueprint class, you will need to open it in the blueprint editor. Double-click the blueprint class in the content browser. Okay. The blueprint editor will open, and you can see your cube and box components in a viewport. If you adjust the box component's placement, it will be applied to all the launch pads you make from this blueprint class, just like when you were working with components on your launchpad actor. You can select the box component in the component list and adjust the location. Docked next to the viewport tab is a construction script and construction script tab and an event graph tab. Since you are going to be creating gameplay behavior, you should start with the event graph. Here's graph functions. It said, so the blueprint editor will dock next to the viewport tab. Viewport construction event. Okay. Click on the event graph tab. Events are the starting point of your blueprint graph's execution and can be associated with a number of different gameplay situations. A selection of the most commonly used events are visible right away, seen as translucent event nodes. Though certainly useful for many of your blueprint graphs, we will be making one of our very own. We want an event that will execute when anything overlaps our box component. First, select the box component in the components tab. Components tab is here. Right-click an empty spot in your graph to bring up the context menu of nodes you could add to the graph. Very good. We are adding an event for this component, so expand the add event box drop down, and then collision. You could also use the search box using component begin overlap to filter the menu. Select on component begin overlap. Okay. Add an event. Input on. Oh. Add on begin mouse cursor over. Touch input. Physics volume. Call function on box collision box overlap component. Oh, huh. Set collision enable. So where do I do a MIDI input? Physics is visible. Add event MIDI input is what I want. So maybe you can search for let's take a closer look. Event component variables, event data, MIDI device name. MIDI device manager, here it is. Create MIDI device controller. Create MIDI device input controller. Creates an instance of a MIDI device controller that can be used to interact with a connected MIDI device. Creates an instance of a MIDI device controller that can be used to interact with a connected MIDI device. Create MIDI device output. Creates an instance of MIDI out. Huh. Okay, create MIDI device controller. Device ID. Find the MIDI devices to enumerate the available devices. Oh, Visual Studio is not installed. It said find the MIDI devices. All right, how do I call? Compile dirty. How do I call something? I'm such a fucking noob. I know nothing. How to call Unreal Blueprint. Calling blueprints. Oh. Find MIDI devices. Enumerates all of the connected MIDI devices and reports back with the IDs and names of those devices. Operational expenses. Only do it once. All right, do it. Go. Exec. Oh. I need Visual Studio. Installing Visual Studio will allow you to view Unreal header files and compile your own code projects. Yeah, I probably need that. I'm such a noob. How do I do this? Target is MIDI device manager. Oh, get MIDI output device ID by name. Exec. All right, run. Exec. I'm such a noob. Out MIDI devices. Array of found MIDI. Do I need like device name? Promote to a variable. Select a component. Add reroute. Variables. Utilities array select. Oh my gosh, I have no idea what's going on here. Retrieves. Call find MIDI, all MIDI device info beforehand. Find all MIDI device info. Find all MIDI device info. All right, exec. Output all MIDI device. I need some help here. Where's my chat? Promote, watch this value. Device name. Device ID. So how do I text? To string. Yeah, string. I just want a string. give me a string. And begin play. Get this out of here. All right, I need a tutorial just on the MIDI. Just on the MIDI device. What happened to the, oh, here it is. Unreal MIDI device tutorial. Not many results. Procedural MIDI. A plugin. 2016. MIDI. Procedural MIDI. Virtual MIDI keyboard. Setting up Blueprint MIDI Manager with what was the plugin called? Plugins, and then it was input devices, MIDI device support, Unreal device support. Setting up Blueprint MIDI Manager. This is what I was looking at already. Event begin play. Oh, okay. So I'll just copy what he's doing here. Event begin play. Event begin play. Find MIDI devices. Find MIDI devices. Get all MIDI devices supported by OS MIDI device manager on startup. Set. I just want to set. Simply set. Set MIDI devices. Set. Actor. On the vet. Reset. AI. AR. Asset. Asset manager. Asset registry. Audio. Automation. Class. Collision. LOD, math. I just want set. I'm looking for just set. Preset. Post set. Make set. Set. Platform set. Jeez. This is crazy. There's so many different nodes. All I want is set. Where do I place new node set? Yeah. There's not like a list of like common nodes used. Is there a MIDI device, public, serialized MIDI device, allowing me to have multiple managers for multiple input devices, and it allowed me to specify an override channel if I wanted specific recipients or if I wanted to use the MIDI channel reported on the event. I also had debug toggle. Okay. Set. See, this is like a common. What is it? I don't know. Function? Is it a? Let me look it up. Unreal Engine blueprint set. Blueprint sets. The set container type. Set container type has been added to the Blueprint application programming interface. If you're unfamiliar with the term container, think of a storage box where you label items and place them inside of the box for immediate or later use. If you've used arrays to store and work with collections of items, you've already started using Blueprint containers in UE4. For example, when using arrays to store items for later use, the item's label is its place in the array. However, when using sets, the label is the item itself. This makes sets a powerful addition to the Blueprint API. Blueprint sets are an exciting addition to the Blueprint API because they support efficient lookups and retrieval with keys, where a key is an item itself. The sets characteristic, where an item's key is the item itself, means that sets enable developers to efficiently add, find, and remove items located in the container. Depending on your game, sets can be used to ignore commonly used words in dialogue, or they can be used to store unique inventory items. Clearly, there are many potential use cases when working with sets. However, before you harness the power of sets in your game, you'll need to learn how to properly use them. As you read through this page, you'll learn how to use them. Creating sets. To create a new blueprint set, follow these steps. If you don't have a blueprint class to work from, add a new blueprint class. Select actor, content browser. Now create a new string variable, naming it myStringSet. Variable, string set, string. So it's a variable. String set, variable type string. So I go to variable, add variable. New variable. What is this variable called? MIDI devices. Yeah. Get MIDI devices. This is not correct. Oh, Boolean. I want it to be string. Set MIDI devices. Boom. Is this supposed to be purple? Array found. MIDI device structures not compatible with string. So it's not a string. What is it? An integer? Change it. It's not an integer. It's a structure, an interface, an object type. Oh my gosh, look at all these variables. This is insane. What is it? It's blue. Rotator. Only exactly matching structures. Is it structure, maybe? MIDI device? Set. What would it be? Oh, array of found. So it has to be an array, right? Array. Boolean by integer, float. Array of actor. Array of switch. Array cached anim state array. What does it say? Only exactly matching structures are considered compatible. Array cached anim state array. Only exact matching structure. Says array of found MIDI device structures. So, man, I can't download this. Download this file because that would be really helpful. Looks great. We'll use workflow. Let's save this. Call it MIDI. Well, what is it then? I could try all of these. It's not a, well, it's blue. So there's got to be a structure of some kind. Array of actor, array of switch, audio capture device info. I can't just create like add reroute node. Like it doesn't know. You can't just make it automatically. Actions taking an array of found, yeah. Select component. Promote to variable. Oh. There we go, promote to variable. So what is it? Oh, found MIDI device. Okay. And then we want to name it MIDI devices. Very good. Okay. Then it goes up to search for desired MIDI input device. Then I want to search for my specific MIDI input device, and once found, assign it as my MIDI device. If I've enabled debug mode on my BP, I like to print it out as a list of all the connected devices. Should I build this one? I guess so. Okay, a sequence. Make it a sequence. And then a branch. Debug. I guess this is just a string. Condition. Debug. For each loop. I am for sure not a programmer, so true. If debug is true, then what? Array is this. Set me. Ah! What happened? Variables. Okay. So there's my variable. And then we go break found MIDI devices. Break found MIDI device. Print string. Development only. In string, found the following MIDI devices. Found the following MIDI devices. good. Then we have one of these. I wonder what that is, like a, I don't know. There's a format text. What is this one? It's like device name to device name. It's like changing it from a text to integer. To text. Integer to text. No. Argument. New argument. Format. Result. String to text. String table. What? Builds a formatted string using available format argument values. Use denote argument to denote arguments. Argument types may be byte, integer, float, text. What is this? Click to edit. Get out of here. Package. This part's stumping me. How do you add an input to this node? Format name equals here we go. So I want to say name equals device name, device ID. Name equals device name equals device ID. Device ID, device name. Oh, so I need to change it to text, string to text. To text, string. Very good. And then finally print text. And I connect it all the way back to the loop body. Whatever that might be. And I'm OCD, so, you know, gotta keep my nodes tight. All right, print me some text now. I'm ready. Print to screen, print to log. All right, run it. Exec. Play. Duration. Whoa, look at that motion blur. Play. Stop. Alright, where did I go wrong? If I've enabled debug mode on my BP, what is a BP? Unreal Engine debug mode. I want to see if mine. Blueprint debugger provides control over execution. Both the debug tab, which can be opened from the Blueprint editor's window menu, debug, actor blueprint, MIDI, execution trace, no debugging info. That's not true. That's not true. For selected actors, MIDI. Do I not have my actor selected? Stop. Actor blueprint. Print string. Did I not connect this one? Condition debug true. What? What do you guys think? Condition debug true. No debug object selected. Debug. Debugging object specifies which instance of your blueprint in the level the debugger should monitor for events. You can set this particular instance of a blueprint in your level, or you can leave it unspecified, and the first instance that triggers a breakpoint will automatically be selected as the instance being debugged. Play. MIDI. Execution tray. No debugging info. What do you mean no info? I have an actor in my scene, right? Yeah, he's right there. Or maybe I don't. I don't see it in here actually. MIDI level. Where's the debug window? Window, debug. Oh, here we go. Steinberg, Microsoft GS wavetable. Okay, it worked. Cool. This needs to be also for 30 seconds. Hey, you can see the little path. Found the following MIDI devices. So it doesn't see my SPDSX. So that means what? Let's go to app volume device preferences. No. Sound devices. You know, it might just be a USB issue. Although I heard that. I think. Yeah, there, I heard it plug in. Oh my gosh, I've been on the wrong thing this whole time. That's what I get for not checking my shit. No one told me. This is what happens when you don't have a chat. I guess you could see the magic window at least. MIDI mapper. I wonder. Because usually when I open up FL Studio, it's Gucci. So let me see. MIDI settings. Okay, so it's not showing up in the MIDI here. which usually it does. Huh. So what? Let me try. I have another MIDI controller. Which is really dusty. Because I used to, when I was like 18, so I was probably like 22, I was making like a decent amount of music. Like I did use FL Studio a lot. But then once I started getting more into 3D and motion graphics, that really just took up most of my time to do audio stuff. So now with Unreal Engine, I'm trying to get back more into the audio side, but definitely still on the visual side as far as utilizing Unreal Engine to do music and sound visualization. Man, yeah, I would love just to get back into the music and audio production solely. That would be awesome. And I think I always will have that there. I just find it very hard to balance and audio stuff. It's very hard. But let me see if this is the Akai NPK 25. Had this probably since I was 18, so like 2010 maybe. And the octave buttons are not super responsive, which kind of sucks. But let's see if it picks up this MIDI device, because I can just use that instead of the SPDSX. Okay, very good. So now it shows up. I wonder why the SPDSX doesn't show up. Ah, there it shows up now. I mean the MPK 25 has knobs, which could be cool to like have more control over some of the lighting. Like you could, for example, link one of the knobs to control one of the lights, like the intensity of one of the lights, and also have it connected to something in your audio program that affects something like a filter. So you could have it controlling the light and controlling the filter, which could be a cool idea. Or you could have it controlling a filter and also controlling like the amplitude of some kind of dynamic simulation within Unreal Engine. That could be cool to explore, I think. So let's the SPDX is definitely more fun to hit with sticks. I think that SPDX definitely has that over the MPK25. Okay, so let's see if Unreal Engine is recognizing this now. And it doesn't look like it is, but maybe that's because it's being used by FL Studio. No. I wonder why it wouldn't show up. Let's go back to the MPK25. And that doesn't show up either. 1, 2, 3. Huh. So why wouldn't it be showing up? What would the reason be? Maybe I have to set my I don't know. What kind of settings are there? In terms of audio, what kind of preferences are there? Edit, project settings, project crypto, project all settings. I'm looking for the audio settings. Audio. Default sound class. Default media sound class. Default sound concurrency. Does it say maybe why the MIDI device wouldn't show up? It definitely shows up in FL Studio. Oh, I actually started learning FL Studio before I even started learning programs like Photoshop and Illustrator. I learned FL Studio, then I learned Illustrator, then After Effects, and then Cinema 4D. Cinema 4D I kind of learned. I kind of learned Cinema. While I was learning After Effects. Just because I was interested in the 3D stuff that I saw like cool animation studios doing. Like the high level animation studios were already doing like awesome 3D work at that time, so man, I wonder why it's not. I'm sure someone else has had this problem. Unreal Engine not detecting MIDI device. Need support. Works only with MIDI files. How? Can you see, how do you see the connected devices in Windows? Audio. Manage input devices. This is what I was looking at just a second ago. Where do you see the MIDI device in Windows? Where do you see MIDI device? How to connect? I could probably get a MIDI cable and connect it to my audio interface, because the audio interface is showing up. But just like, how do you check it in Windows? Connected devices. Oh, devices? Oh, here we go. Other devices. So it's there. So what? So what? Why would Unreal Engine not be able to see it? Doesn't show the SPDSX. Oh wait, hold on 1 second. I heard it. Unknown USB device. Driver error. This is not promising. It is in beta. Device. Oh wait, did it show up right there? SPDSX, there it is. So what? What's the deal, Unreal? Windows sees it. Says no, I'm not doing virtual MIDI. Yeah, MIDI itself is a super old interface. So I don't know why it's so, like, it should just be standard, I feel. Just kind of funny. Android, no devices found. Need support for MIDI device plugin. Unreal Engine 4, not Android. No one gives a fuck about Android. Who's trying to connect their Android? They're trying to connect hardware up here. Discuss audio. This is the one I just read, right? No, this is a different one. Not yet, I'm relatively new. See, who's talking about MIDI. What's new? Setting up MIDI. Reply to setting up MIDI. Need help with MIDI. Need help with MIDI. Need help with MIDI. Oh, this is all the same thread. No, I would never do audio in Unreal Engine. I feel like that's dumb. MIDI keyboard. But it's not detecting my keyboard is my issue. Maybe I need to start Unreal Engine with my MIDI interface already plugged in. Maybe it's as simple as that. Unreal. Let's see, where did I save it? Probably in the program files. Epic Games. Epic Games, UE. UMAP. Epic Games Engine. Wait. Oh, it's in Project 9. Content. View project. UMAP? What is a UMAP? MIDI. Oh my gosh, I lost all my work. I lost all my copying. Oh, it was just Project 9. It's just called Project 9, I guess. Get me an actor in there. There it is! It found him. SPTSX. So I was right. You just had to start it with the MIDI controller already plugged in. I don't want to say I'm like a genius, but I may be one of the smartest people on the planet. We'll just say that. I don't want to call myself a genius, but like facts are facts, man. Facts are facts. That's all I gotta say. Let's see, did I put the actor in there? Get in there. Awesome, okay. That is great. So now I can finish building the plugin. Or the blueprint. This is great. I am ecstatic. So, okay, cool. So now we know that we actually have it in there twice. So we want ID 2, I guess. Okay, let's go back to I gotta bookmark this page just because this is a great resource. God bless this man. We'll put it in resources 3D. Then I want to search for my specific MIDI input device, and once found, assign it as my MIDI device. So we do another for loop. For each loop, for each loop, break found MIDI device, break found MIDI device, then we need a branch, and we need create MIDI device controller, create MIDI device controller, and a set. So this connects to this boy. This boy connects to the branch, the loop body to the branch, and then the branch to create MIDI device controller. And this equals and equal and not Android and Boolean. Device ID goes all the way to device ID. Array element goes to found MIDI device. Device name goes to equals sign. MIDI device name. Is that a new variable? Device name. MIDI device name. Can receive from. Create MIDI device controller. Set. No. How do I make this again? It's just a variable, right? MIDI controller. How did I make this again? I already forgot. That was like the third thing I did. MIDI device controller. Set. I think I need to make a new variable, maybe. Or promote to variable. Call it MIDI device controller. MIDI device. MIDI controller. Device name. So this was a variable. So I think I need to make a new variable. This, what kind of a node is this? This is a variable. So this I need to make into promote to a variable. No. Oh, it's just a string, right? Oh, it's a Boolean. Okay. So I do new Boolean. But it's a variable, which is a Boolean. MIDI device name. Well, that isn't that from device name. So we break this. And then we change it to a Boolean. No. Give me 1 sec. We'll figure this out. Sweat across the leather. And I sweat across the leather. Maybe if we look at what this is, returns true if A is equal to B. Cannot use the enum equality operator on anything but enums. So maybe I'm using the wrong operator. Enum. Equal enum. Oh, equal. It should be equal string. Yeah. If the device name is equal to device name, which I guess that's a variable. Returns a logical AND of two values, A and B. See where I want to search for my specific immediate input device, and once found, assign it as my device. Yes. And so it's just checking the device name against the device name. Test if the inputs are equal. So if I promote this to a variable, now I feel like that's not right. Well, maybe it is. This is MIDI device name. Except it should just be a string. Yeah? Okay. Set. Okay. Then I collect all the actors in the scene with my custom blueprint interface and store the list as an array. So back to this loop here, completed, goes to get all actors with interface. Set. Promote to variable. Then I bind my MIDI device to on MIDI event. Okay. So we do an is valid. GUID is valid, is valid. Key is valid, time is valid, array is valid. Didn't it say it was getting an array? Is valid, okay. Is valid, bind event to on MIDI event. Oh, my actor? On MIDI event. On MIDI event. Custom event. Oh, I have to make an event. Add component. Add new. How did you add an event? Oh, blueprint, add new event dispatcher, variable function, override function, macro graph. Event dispatcher? No, that's something else. What? How do I create an event? Maybe in the blueprint editor? Event tick? On hit event. Events in the details panel. Details panel is where? Details right here. Select an object. Platform events. How do I add an event? An on hit event. Oh, event graph? A new graph? New event graph? Event, no, this is the event graph. Event begin play. On MIDI. Switch on casting, cast to enum, eMIDI, flow control, break MIDI, variables MIDI. On MIDI event. What is that? On MIDI event. Yeah, I'm looking for on MIDI event. Don't question me. Duck, duck, go. Don't question me. On MIDI event. Register with this to find out about incoming MIDI events. Register with this. What does that mean? MIDI device controller. Create MIDI device control. So we did that already. That's up here. MIDI controller. On the event. Assign. Here we go. Assign on MIDI event. Excellent. Okay, but I guess I gotta break this. Get. Break. Bind event to on MIDI event. Alright, cool, there it is. It's pretty surprising to me how I'm able to figure out. Like I know generally how nodes work. I know generally how programming works, but I really don't know anything. Or I thought I knew nothing, but like it's pretty easy just to. Well, all I have to do is like copy what this guy's doing. I'm not. Like if I were to have to do this from scratch, I would be totally lost. Then bind my MIDI device to my on MIDI event. Variable is MIDI controller. Get MIDI controller. Target. Event. Coolly. On MIDI event, store all the MIDI data for evaluation or to pass in other parts of the blueprint. So what's going on here? Set timestamp. Event type. Okay. So we just drag each of these out and promote to variable. Looks like. Promote to variable. We're doing event type 2. Yeah, we're doing all of them. Promote to variable. But don't put it right on top of the other one. Promote to variable. Promote. Promote. Oops. And promote. And then connect them all. So variable 0 is going to be timestamp. Event type. Chanel. Control ID. Velocity. Raw event type. And we connect them like this, which I guess collects all of the variables and passes them to what? A branch. Override channel out. Override channel. Sent all to a branch, which goes to a set. MIDI channel goes to a variable called MIDI channel. Oh, MIDI times that, MIDI. Let's be correct with the nomenclature. Then we want MIDI channel. I'm gonna duplicate this. We want true MIDI channel. Override channel. What is that? What is override channel? Override channel out. Where is that? Condition. Okay. Then that goes to a sequence. Account for special condition where instead of note off, MIDI device sends a note on event with a velocity of 0. Okay. Instead of note off, the MIDI device sends a note on event with a velocity of 0. Switch on what? Switch on eMIDI event type. Switch on eMIDI event type. Selection is MIDI event type. Then MIDI velocity goes to an equal. If MIDI velocity is equal to 0, then condition and condition is true or false. MIDI velocity equal to a branch, true or false. Parse MIDI data. MIDI pitch data. Bit hacky. Okay, where does this go? Pitch. Okay, pitch goes down here. So we need MIDI velocity and MIDI control ID. MIDI control ID, and it goes to concatenate pitch data. Pitch data will it begin computer pitch bend on cat. What kind of a node is this? Bit hacky, but what is it? What kind of a node is that? Pitch bend, well, I don't think we need pitch bend at this point. Parse MIDI data. Oh, compare integer? Is that what it is? Something with integers. It's like some math. Concatenate. I don't know what node this is. I don't think I have that one. Seems like some math. Anyway, I don't know. I don't know. So good. I don't think we need pitch bend. Oh, it's a, oh. I see. This is like a container for all this. Okay. So you go input, inputs. Struct. Alright, I'm just gonna skip this for now because I want to get this done in 20 minutes. I want to get this done. Send out data to scene via event dispatcher or some kind of custom blueprint interface. So each of these gets event dispatch transmit. What does that say? Call route on. Wait, where is that part? He does both? Okay, well, I'll just do this then. Oh, for each loop. Okay, this is what he's doing. So we need one of the, need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these. So no off actually goes to the first one. Oh man, this last part of the guide is not not very good. So I don't need event dispatch transmits. Or I do. Oh my gosh, well, shoot, I gotta go in 15 minutes. I'm so close. Let's try, okay, note on. Blueprint interface messages. Off, no action. On, no action. So I wanna do an action. No on. One action, new action. No. I want to do a message. By event dispatcher or some kind of custom blueprint interface. Using interface MIDI listener C. Print event debug data. Well, I just want to see. I want to hit the MIDI pad and then see if it transmits a message. So I gotta go back to here. which is right here. Then make this a branch. And then print text. Print string, print text. Format text. And it says MIDI device controller, event type, timestamp, channel. Control ID, velocity, event type. Okay, line these up here. And then we want to type in this. Timestamp, channel, control ID, velocity, event type. ID velocity. Is that the like the shorthand for it? Tooltip. Blueprint readable tool to extra information. Expose on spawn, private, category, slider range, bit mask. Oh, that's just the name for each of these inputs. Okay. So we do time, channel, ID, velocity, event type. Time, channel, ID, velocity, event. Hey. Raw event. MIDI raw event type. Okay, very good. And then in text. Okay, let's see if that works. So we hit play. So it should show, I'm hitting the MIDI controller now. So I thought it was supposed to print text, but how does it know which controller? Did I ever specify which controller I was going to use? MIDI device controller. Current value none. So if I put so how do I select my controller then? On MIDI event. Print text, because it works up here, print text. Oh, maybe I have to change the duration. How do I select the... Look, so I made MIDI device name, override channel public, so I could serialize which MIDI device input I wanted, allowing me to have multiple managers for multiple input. It allowed me to specify an override channel if I wanted to target specific recipients or if I wanted to use the MIDI channel report on that. So set these to public. MIDI device name. Private. They're all public. Debug override channel. They're all public. Override channel out. Override channel out. I want to search for my specific MIDI input device, and once found, assign it as my MIDI device. Okay. Did I do that? That's up here. Oh, I didn't put this in input MIDI devices. Let's see. I only wanted to print. I don't want it to print for 30 seconds. I want it to print for 2 seconds. It's fine. So, what is wrong here? Found MIDI devices. Find MIDI devices. Out MIDI devices. And so what? How do I select a specific MIDI device? I want to search for my specific MIDI input device. Once found, assign it as my MIDI device. Maybe this is not set up correctly here somewhere. Override channel. See, what is this? Oh, I didn't connect this. I didn't connect it here. Print event data if debug is on. Debug is on. Because it's printing that. I didn't do anything over here yet, but that should still print, right? Where does this come from? MIDI controller. Oh. See, I didn't use it here. Array element, is this correct? MIDI devices. How can I see where it goes wrong? If I press it, you can see like the flow. And then none of this is flowing. So what does that mean? Ooh, yeah, where do I get this? Where does this variable come from? MIDI controller. Right here. Maybe I did something wrong here. Like, shouldn't this also be flowing? I feel like it gets here, then it's not true. No! It's so close. I was so close. Where's my chat? Help me, chat. Where's my lead, dude? Help an Unreal Noob out. Help out an Unreal Engine noob. Someone, please. Why is it orange? You know, like what? Well, I can come back to it tomorrow. Unreal Engine blueprint connection colors debug. Draw a debug string. Yeah, I don't know. Seems like it stops right here because everything else flows. But this, maybe because device name. Device name I shouldn't get from here. That's why. This is not working. MIDI device name, get rid of that. Promote it to variable. We call it MIDI device name. Then when we get it over here, now it's gonna work. Nope. I want to search for my specific MIDI input device. What is this? What is this little dot here? MIDI input device, and once found, assign it as my MIDI device. I feel like this is the error here. Break found MIDI device. Can you see the value that they're holding? So it's like it turns orange if that's where the stoppage is. And so what if we just break this and then do a false? I don't see where my I don't see where it's different, because this all works. Found a MIDI device. Device name. Do I have to specify the name? How does it know what the name is? Because it finds name equals. It gives you all those. So how does it specify? I don't understand, like, just from a programmatic standpoint, how it's finding the specific device that I want to use, device name. Maybe there's another variable, MIDI device name. I want to search for my specific MIDI input device, and once found, assign it as my MIDI device. So like, what if I just delete these? Or the same issue where it stops right here. Oh man. Well, I think I'm gonna have to. Man, I'm gonna have to come back to this because I'm out of time. I gotta go. I got things to do. So thanks for whoever is watching this. It's unfortunate. But you know, that's just the way it goes sometimes. I'll figure it out. It's figure outable. The main thing is that I did get Unreal to recognize the MIDI device. I just need now to set up the trigger. And we'll get it working. It'll be no problem.